and it is 3-2, and now we've got 30 minutes to try and defend this lead and take home 3 points.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Mattov's English Journey, and welcome back to Leyton Orient, our second season here. As you can see, we sit in mid-table for now, maintaining around this position. We've dropped a few places from where we were previously, but we do sit in this mid-table position now, which is it's okay. I think there's still more potential to improve on that, but you know, as I said, this 2-year plan I think I've got going on with, if we finish mid-table this year, that's a good foundation to go on and challenge for these playoffs, because I think a lot of good teams will get out of the league this season, and we should go on and be one of the front runners if some of those do leave the league, and we can establish ourselves as one of them. That's what the club wants to be, us to be, as an established League One team. So hopefully we can do that. One thing I would like to show you quickly is we just had, I don't know if it's going to come up anymore, but we had a job interview from Real Sociedad. I mean, I felt very tempted to take it, but I thought we might as well stay here in Leyton Orient. But the one thing that does signify is we are being recognised by different clubs, which is always interesting. Hopefully that can take us somewhere if we want to move. I mean, any job interview that comes through, I might actually just listen to it and see if we get that move, because our contract actually does expire at the end of this season, and we did have a new contract offer, but I wasn't too happy with it personally, and I didn't want to fulfill it, so I rejected it. Maybe they'll come with another offer, improved offer. We'll just have to see when that time comes around. If we go and take a look at our schedule, I mean, it's going absolutely mental. We've not drawn a game since back in August, so over 4 months ago. We've picked up 1 point. That's the last time we did it. Since then, it's just been either wins or losses. We either go on a losing streak or a winning streak. And I mean, if we had a bit more consistency in picking up points, I'd rather draws than these losses, to be honest. Picking up points where we can would be so much better. We need to improve definitely if we want to maintain this mid-table position that we're looking at. And yeah, I mean, we were in the second half of the season, no external competitions now, just full focus on the league. So we have to just see what we can go and do in the rest of this season. Hopefully we can finish around this mid-table position. That would be really, really good. The board want us to avoid relegation, so going one up on that would be really, really good. So today's episode, we've got 2 games coming up, one away from home against Wycombe, and then after that against Colchester. So hopefully we can pick up some points there, start ourselves off on a bit of a winning streak, and yeah, that would do us some favours. Let's see what happens in this first game against Wycombe. So the team for this game against Wycombe, I'm trying out different players in different, not different position, but I'm bringing players in who you may not have seen for a lot of this season. Some of them have been playing quite well, which is the reason why they've broken to this team. Starts with Isted in goal. We've got a backline of Scanlon, Happ, Fitzwater, and James Wilding. Foal and Sang in the midfield. I did say last episode he can step up into that position, and he has done. Jeffcoat through the middle, and Fonku and Graham on the wings, and then Sadie up top. Kick off here in this game against Wycombe away from home. It might be a very tough episode, or we could turn up. I mean, I really don't know what to expect in these games anymore, to be honest. We do struggle for consistency, as I say, but when we do turn up, we turn up. Let's just say that. We get our first goal of this game inside 1 minute. Sangu's coming to his team into midfield. He gets our opening goal. He stepped up there and he's put away that nice finish from the 2 right backs. They've linked up there and got our first goal of the game. But this is what I say, sometimes we can score 3 or 4 in the first half, and then the next game we can lose 4 or 5-0. I said the tactics need tweaking to maybe, you know, be a bit more consistent, but I don't know what to improve really. I'm not saying it's the perfect tactic, but I don't want to drastically change the tactic in the middle of the season. Maybe I need to think about other tactics that I like. Maybe switching to something of a tiki-taka, passing direct style, you know, something like that might be really, really good. But when you have that, it doesn't really allow for the creative play as much as this is in Fonku. He nearly gets our second goal of the game before it is disallowed. But this wing play tactic, what I like about it so much is it just allows proper football, you know, really exciting football, and I just think that it just makes a load of sense to play like this. If you want to keep football as good as it was, you know, not as good as it was, but like what it is known to be good for, then this is the type of tactic you want to play, in my opinion. But at times, like this goal that's just been conceded, it just proves sometimes why it's not the best tactic to be using. So there's a lot to consider when using it, but yeah, we have to. Maybe it's something we just have to consider come the end of the season and have a look at, review. That's why summer is always so important, and going into our fifth summer, not too sure, will be very, very important to see what will happen there, and then building that team for the playoff push that I think we have to go on next season. That will be. I hope we can do it, and I think it is possible that we could go on and do it. But we need to take game by game for now. Focus on the rest of the season. There might still be a playoff push left in this season. I don't want to write us off with 20 games left, but I'm just thinking based off other clubs. I know it's a completely different league and setting and team. You've got to respect the different types of team and the different things that they possess. The different attributes, stuff like that. But based off what we've seen so far, I think it would be realistic to have that projection over the 2 years, and then consider if that is to work, what would happen after that. But we just have to see for now, take it game by game, and then make some decisions after that. As Wycombe find themselves with the corner, it's a nice bit of defending from Fitzwater, I believe it was, at centre back, the last man back there. And now Wycombe will have a chance from this set piece. We're not been good at all from defending set pieces. Now their striker finds himself on the ball. Luckily, he sends that one over, and we might lose trying to turn this ball over. We've got 10 minutes in this half to try and find a goal. 5 minutes left in this half as Wycombe find themselves through on goal once again, and they get the second goal of this game. They've turned it on our heads, and this is exactly what I mean. We can have these leads and then we just switch off and just play so bad. Maybe it's a bit of a defensive issue. Maybe we need strength in there a bit more, but I mean, I don't really have the money in January. I think we just have to play with what we have for the rest of the season. This is what I say about being realistic and looking at what's going to happen in the rest of this season and compare it to previous seasons. I think it would be realistic to aim for this mid-table position. That's where we sit for now. We're 15 points off those playoff spots, but I think we are quite clear of the relegation zone. Yeah, over 10 points clear of the relegation zone. It's somewhere we want to avoid. We don't want to be having an end of season, end of season relegation battle, because that's going to be so annoying to have to do that, and hopefully we can avoid that, and I think we will. I'm quite confident that we'll be able to. It's just a case of what we're going to do for the rest of the season and being able to pick up points and stuff like that. Wycombe get their third goal of this game, and it's not been our best performance. 60 minutes gone in this game. Once again, Wycombe will come on the attack. It's forced a big save from Istid there, and this is what I say, man. We can concede just so many goals, but at home we struggle. Away from home, we can just turn up. Today, it's been none of those. It's not been a good game at all, and I mean, I'm out of ideas sometimes. I don't know what to do really at this point, because I'm not saying it's bad how we're playing, but it's just so frustrating when we don't play well, when we also can play well. Like, if we were to narrowly lose it, by say 2-1, 2-1, 2-0, something like that, I'd be fine with that if we'd have put in a good performance. But we literally could be 4 or 5 down right now, even though we're generating chances. So that raises the question once again, in terms of the players, is it a defensive issue or an attacking issue? I don't think it's an attacking issue. I think it's more on the defensive side, but it's all just things to consider. 93 minutes gone in this game. One thing I just noticed, I know you probably can't see it too well, but this season is so much more spread out than last year. Teams have got so many more points, and this is what I say, the quality of some of these teams in the playoff spots and automatic promotion spots are really, really good. And yeah, hopefully if they can get out this season, at least 3 of them get out, then we can challenge and become that established team in the playoffs next year. We did it with Alfreton even when teams were playing well around us, and I hope that's something we can do. But we still got games coming up here. Jeffco out with a bit of an injury. I thought that might have been 5 to 6 weeks. Instead it is 5 to 6 days, and we're gonna see what we can do now in this game against Colchester. It's a team sitting in relegation actually, so hopefully we can pick up some points there. So the team for this away game against Colchester starts with Istid in goal. We've got Scanlon, Happ, Fitzwater and James Wilding at the back. Dudziak and Sang in the midfield. Ahead of them they've got Sadie, Nfonku on the left, Graham on the right, and Augustidis back up top. 5 minutes gone in this game here, and Nfonku unfortunately getting dispossessed there. We looked like we were on for a very, very good attack not meant to be on that occasion. Hopefully we can win it back and turn this ball over, or will it be Colchester who draw first blood in this game, us in our blood red jerseys? You see that I'm turning into a bit of a Peter Drury role, when I'm finished with managing. Maybe I'll take up a bit of commentating, you never know, maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know. Sadie finds Southland, we've got Gustadis ahead of him, but he loses out once again when we're on the ball. Not him particularly, but we lose out on the ball. It's so annoying sometimes. Just so many frustrating things, man. I wish I could show more good displays, good performances, but it is very, very scrappy in these leagues, and that goal does not help us at all. It's 1-0 to Colchester. Just after that goal from Colchester, Scanlon plays the ball forward to Sadie, and he's in some good form at the moment. Hopefully he can turn up in this game. Graham on that right side, he'll loop try and square it. He doesn't manage to. James Wilding plays into the middle. He's got Augustinus waiting. He doesn't manage to reach it. Now it'll fall out to Nfonku. He's got Scanlon with him. He plays it to Dudziak. Dudziak is going to play it to James Wilding. Now it comes to Scanlon, and Nfonku will loop to line up the shot, and that's what he does. It's a lovely finish to tie up this game from Nfonku, and it's a nice goal. And we could be on finally to score some goals in these games. Just before half time here in this game, we've brought on Larketch at left back and then pushed up Scanlon into Nfonku's position. Unfortunately, he's taken a bit of a knock, so he's had to come off. But we do have a very capable left side in Larketch and Scanlon. I've gained a bit of a liking to the players who were here last season, who I did drop out the team. The likes of Di Gavigny, for Larketch. They've all been really decent players at times, and some of our best players arguably, and that's why I've kind of been interested in them. But I mean, talking of defenders, we've not put in a very good defensive display there. Colchester getting their second goal of this game just before half time, and now it's a big half coming up. Just before half time here in this game, ball played in. Augustidis is waiting in the middle. He reaches the header, but he just puts it over the crossbar. And we're showing a bit more fight here. We're creating chances. Augustin up top. He's having a very good game. And second half, we could be. I mean, if we keep playing how we have at the end of that half, we could be on something. 50 minutes gone in this game. We have a chance from a corner here, but nothing comes of it. And we've got 40 minutes with a few changes, and we could be mixing up a bit of a potion for a few points here. I'd like to at least leave with a point, but we've not left with a point from any team in so long. I mean, just the single point, that's what I mean, not like all 3 points. Our away record has probably been better than our home record, to be honest, this season, but in terms of draws, we don't do it very often. I mean, I wouldn't complain if we had more wins, but we don't. Ball in back post there. Graham is waiting for it. He doesn't manage to win it, and now he'll look to try and deliver this ball in. Once again, he plays it to Sang, doing a nice role in that midfield position. James Wilding plays it to Sadie. He's dropping deep. He might look to line up the shot now. Sadie has the shot, and it's deflected in off a Colchester defender. It's a good shot initially, but I think it would have gone in anyway. But it has deflected off one of the Colchester defenders, and now we've got 35 minutes to try and find a winner here. 30 minutes left in this game, 15 minutes gone in this second half. That ball is played in from the Colchester attacker, and it's forced another save from Istid. He's been quite good at times this season, coming up with very important saves, but I don't think he'll be very happy with the amount of goals he's conceded. I mean, if we go and take a look at the table, we always are quite remarkable in the amount of goals we either score or concede. So the amount of goals we've scored 40 goals, which is the 7th most in the league. But then if we go and take a look at goals against, we are 4th in the whole league, and for a team who is mid-table, you'd think we'd be mid-table in amount of goals conceded. No, we are 4th place, and I mean, it's incredible, really. Sometimes how we play, it just blows my mind how it's possible. But that goal has gone in there from Scanlon at the back post, and it is 3-2, and now we've got 30 minutes to try and defend this lead and take home 3 points. 20 minutes left in this half as Gustadis finds himself on the ball. He plays it to Sadie in the middle. Very, very close for him getting a goal in this game. He's had a pretty good game, to be fair, but he hasn't got a goal to his name. He did have that own goal against him, but yeah, he's been playing quite well. Scanlon there, trying to reach for that ball at the back post. He is a pretty good developing player now, and at left wing as well. I know we signed him as a left back, and he wants to play as a left back, but on the wing, he can do a decent job. I think it is actually his natural position, and I don't know why he wants to play at left back if his natural position is winger. But I'm not going to complain. If we were going to bring a left back in, I mean, if he was the one who was going to come in for us, then he was going to do it, wasn't he? But I think he can do a job on the wing, and maybe there's a role for him there. He's still got really good potential, but so do a lot of our attacking players. In Fonku, who's come off He's not had the most amazing season, but he is still quite young. And he could definitely develop even further. He's got 5-star ability, something like that, which is remarkable. And this season is probably built for him as this league is probably built for him as well. So we'll be excited to see what happens with all the players we've got at the club. It's always good to bring in players with high potential and a high ceiling to improve, and young players, I know it's good to have a good mix, but we do have a few senior players, the likes of Graham, who's playing a lot of games. You've got Dan Happ, our captain, who is the most experienced player probably at the club. It's always good to have that mix between the old and the young, and it benefits the young when they've got those old figures in the team. As Colchester there get a red card and now they're down to 10 men. I think we might go and go on the attacking mentality. Some of these boys have still got a lot of legs in them in this game, and if we can find a few more goals to secure us the 3 points, that would be good. I've just seen the league table, by the way. To 12th place, it's an extra 10 points to climb up. So, I mean, with the amount of games we've got left, there's a chance we could move up to that, but it's going to be very, very difficult. I think we are good from relegation, but around this position is probably where we will be maintaining, and this win could definitely help us in our efforts to do that. But that ball is very dangerous into the middle. It's been spilled by Istid. Very rare mistake from him, but luckily it is cleared by Fitzwater at the back. Colchester will look to try and continue this attack now. They still find themselves on the ball. That long range shot, and it's over the crossbar, and now we'll go into added time to try and defend this lead. Few seconds left in this game, and oh, don't say I've cursed it. I was just about to say the full-time whistle is going to go. Their whole keeper's up and everything. It's foul to the keeper, and it's been saved, and then the save rebounded out, and luckily I think it might have bounced off the post. The full-time whistle's gone. We pick up a huge 3 points away from home. Massive win for us, and hopefully we can build on this now. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.